Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent
country music
news story, and I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Not news, but an op-ed. So last night we had the Grammys. There's a lot of controversy there. Last year, Beyonce claimed Cowboy Carter, quote, ain't a country album. But it still won Best Country Album at the Grammys. Chris Stapleton won Best Solo Performance for his song, It Takes a Woman. And it's a fine song from Stapleton. Definitely a great performance. But hard to claim as defining of the country genre over the last year or so. As a favorite of award shows, anytime Stapleton is nominated, he's always the front runner. And his win really can't surprise anybody. Best Country Song went to Casey Musgraves for The Architect. Although it's a great song, it doesn't feel like a song that defines country music in 2024. Or the best of what the genre has to offer. But The Architect is a well-written, it's a well-written and well-thought-out song. And worse songs could have won. But similar to Stapleton, Musgraves is an awards show and Grammy darling. And her win can't surprise anyone. If anything, it was again a boring and fairly predictable pick. Beyonce winning Best Country Album meant her taking the biggest prize in country music for an album that she says unequivocally isn't. As Beyonce said in her speech, echoing numerous inferences on her Cowboy Carter album, quote, I think sometimes genre is a code word to keep us in our place as artists. But that is the reason for genre-specific Grammy categories. They are there to make sure pop stars worth $800 million who are married to billionaires can't come in and abscond with attention meant for performers who don't feel like genre is something to, quote, keep them in their place, but instead feels it's something to honor and respect. There are Grammy Awards for albums, artists, and songs that defy genre. It's called pop. The point of genre-specific categories is to highlight works that adhere to respective genres. Beyonce's Cowboy Carter was a commercial disaster. It fell to number 50 in the albums chart just 13 weeks in, and totally out of the Billboard 200 completely after 28 weeks. Cowboy Carter's Best Country Album wasn't earned. It was compelled. With a gun to its head, Grammy voters did what they had to do to ensure the institution wasn't called racist, and some will celebrate what this means for diversity in country music. But in truth, it represents the death of diversity in music. When the same artists can win Grammy Awards in pop, hip-hop, R&B, dance, and EDM, it just shows that an elite level group of performers can walk away with all the spoils. Especially since Beyonce would go on to also win the all-genre Grammy Award for Album of the Year. Country music does have a race problem, both historically and today. But if it's ever going to solve that problem, it has to grow artists from within. Those artists also must be country, not imported from pop. Then, and only then, will a win by a black woman for Best Country Album have any meaning. Until then, all of this is just a distraction from things that matter and overshadows artists who work their lives to scale the mountain and did by celebrating the modes of country and roots music as opposed to trying to defy them. Artists like Sierra Farrell, who, despite being relegated to the pre-televised presentation and the American Roots Grammy categories, is the true winner in country music in 2025. She got 4 wins. And her wins weren't compelled, they were earned.